Hey family, today I want to just do a recap of the head and shoulder pattern that I went over in my last video, and I kind of do want to point out some details on things that could help you with your trading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and head and shoulder pattern is a reversal pattern, and what we're looking for is the market to make literally this pattern when you're looking for a sale. Okay, and in the last video, some of the key factors is you want to make sure that the market gives you 100% retracement right here, and you also want to make sure you draw your zone on the left shoulder. And then what you're looking for is the market to come back up to this left shoulder. You're going to confirm that you're getting a reaction, which is also a rejection, before you take your sell down. Now, one thing I didn't really cover is when marking the left shoulder, you want to definitely mark it from wick to body as your zone. Okay, so that's what the zone would look like if I was going to take this trade. Now, another thing to mention is that not only do you want the 100% retracement, you also want to confirm the rejection at the left shoulder before you enter the trade. As you can see right here, the market kind of gave you a fake out and then it pushed back up before it gave you the left shoulder. You could have took it down here back into this demand zone and call 100 pips, or you could have took the right shoulder right here as well. Now, one thing I want to mention is that the head and shoulder pattern, the best way to trade them is with the trend. Even though it's a trend reversal pattern, you will get a bigger push when you're trading the patterns with the trend. And what I mean by that is, see how this trend is right now is pretty much going up, it's making higher highs. And as you can see, there's also an inverted head and shoulder within this little setup right here. And the way I'm going to break down the inverted is pretty much the head and shoulder pattern upside down. The easiest way to identify these head and shoulder pattern is when you cut the head off, like if you were to trap the market from the left shoulder and cut the head off, you'll always get like a little point sticking out, which will automatically become your head unless there's a lower low created for the inverted. So that's how you can tell. So you have your left shoulder, your starting point would be right here because the market pushed down and broke this structure right here. And now you have your 100% retracement right here. You're waiting for the market to come back into this zone where your left shoulder is going to be at. Wait for a reaction, and then you take the market up for a buy. So for example, even in this case, we took the sell down and we also have an inverted. So right, once again, like I said, you have this lowest point sticking out, that automatically becomes your head. And you're probably wondering, well, where's my left shoulder? Well, let's see. Your left shoulder is going to be inverted. So let me go ahead and move this. So your head becomes your swing low. Just FYI. And then your left shoulder is going to be this area right here. So you have the market goes up, it pulls back, it goes lower, and now you're waiting for your 100% retracement, which you did get right here. As you can see that it came back to this starting point. Okay, why is this the starting point? This area right here, why is that the starting point? Because that candle, go ahead and type this out. This candle pushed this market past this starting point. It broke below it. Okay, as you can see, you have a rally of sellers. It broke below this starting point. So this is what made it a starting point. Now you have the market coming back up to the starting point for that 100% retracement. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it up for you. And what we're looking for at this point, as you can see, the zone actually is already drawn out from the previous starting point of the regular head and shoulder. So what you're looking for is this market to come back, give you a reaction. So you're looking for this, and then you can take it up for the buy. How cool is that? So it's back in the zone, gave you the reaction. You could take it up for the buy and gone with the win. And this is the inverted head and shoulder in an uptrend, which you want to take these with the trend because you have more of an impulsive move when you're trading with the trend, which gives you an opportunity to get more pippage. So as you can see, I will highly recommend that you back test, practice training your eye. The inverteds are everywhere. These points right here are heads. Right here could be the shoulder. This was a violation, a left shoulder violation, or a right shoulder violation. So the market didn't come back initially right here, but it gave you the right shoulder right here and then continued up. You got your 100% retracement right here on that inverted head and shoulder pattern. And once this market came back to the zone, you could have waited for the reaction to take it up for a buy. Even for a regular head and shoulder pattern, right here, you can see that the market violated this. Got your highest point. There's your 100% retracement. So we were looking for the market to give us this right shoulder. This is that part of the 100%. And eventually, it gave it to you right here. So the market is not going to always be perfect to where it will immediately give you the right shoulder. It came all the way down and came back up and then sold off and gave you those pips for 200. So just keep that in mind when you get a violation of the right shoulder. Just be patient because the market eventually will come back to it. Here go another setup for inverted right here. Once again, you have left shoulder. You have your head because it's the lowest point from this swing low. Market came back, gave you 100%. We didn't get the right shoulder immediately, but eventually came back and gave it to you right here in this zone. So just practice the head and shoulder pattern. I highly recommend you draw it out at least 100 times on a sheet of paper. You want to do your regular head and shoulder like this, so you can get used to training your eyes. And then you want to do your inverted like this. All right, everybody. So this concludes my training for today. The regular head and shoulder and the inverted. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer them. And stay tuned to the next one. Don't forget to like, love, and subscribe. And take care.